Hi guys, let's make another video about ArcoNet, the installation of ArcoNet. Choose advanced installation. So yes, you need to have internet for wireless or wired. Wired is preferably, right? It's faster, stable, and ciao. You need to figure it out. Sometimes there are countries with firewalls, so VPN is sometimes required in certain, well, countries, maybe cities, I don't know. But it's all available. Network Manager applet, it's there. All you need to do is install maybe and configure your VPN. There's enough place. Cow space is actually the technical word. We have enough cow space on your DVD, on your live environment, so that you can install something and you can set everything up so you do have internet. The ArcoLinux Welcome app had also some, well, we built in something already to alert you that, hey, you don't have a gateway. So it's gonna check, can I go on the internet? And one of the things that's necessary is how to get out of your network. That's technically a gateway. And we're talking about the advanced installation in these videos. It's a series that we're making, and the series is actually to be found on arcolinux.info. Just go to arcolinux.info. July release, ArcoNet, Arco Pro, Arco Plasma, release article. And here we are. The latest video I've made is still processing on YouTube. And that's the one from Qtile with the Qtile config of DistroTube from Derek. So we have 30 videos about explaining all kinds of things like the origin of ArcoLinux, Arch Labs, Arch Merge, talking about configs, removal, anything, every single installation video of Cinnamon, where always I talk about something extra that's maybe not so much related to the title, but that's the point, right? Share knowledge. And that's typically ArcoLinux. We have 100 letters that we can put in the title. It's never going to be enough to cover all the topics that I explain in videos. So these are the things you can do. That can be closed. All right. So voila, we're making series, and which one is next? Think about the information here, the summary. Okay. Advanced. Choose. Don't know what to choose. Choose grub. Qtile was grub, so I'm gonna take this one. And then make it a little bit bigger. Next. In other videos I explain things about these pages. Here I'm gonna skip it. Qtile was the last one, so we're at Wmderland, and we have 2 more to go, and then we're done making the series anyway. So this is what we think is needed to have Wmderland. Next. Lots of things. You can install more. Doesn't really make sense in a virtual machine now, but you select and it will be installed. And remember, like these guys, right? There's a bit more. Okay, Belgian keyboard. Erase everything. Ext4 with swap, no hibernate. You choose, you select. It's all there. There are distros or Linux distributions where you can't have anything like this, right? No selection whatsoever, not even this one. So it's just going to be whatever it says down here. In this case, it's an UEFI that we're making, so basically a newer computer system with an Ext4 with a swap, right? You can hover over it and you can read it here as well. That's what we're gonna do. We had JFS swap FAT32. So we're gonna erase everything that was Qtile. And we're gonna install Wmderland on top of it. Then we go through the internet, but I'm gonna wait till the rsync kicks in. If the rsync is kicking in, this thing, right? rsync is an application. Let's navigate to information sources. So Wmderland, it's actually written a little bit strange. Arch wiki like this. I always say Wmderland, how else can I pronounce it, right? And I believe that's correct. This thing. So that's the first remark. Arch wiki, yeah, no, there's no page, no wiki, and some of these other desktops that we have don't have any wiki page. So it's an X11 tiling window manager using, boom, let's go on. And here we are, Wmderland pronounced. It's an i3-like config, 9 workspaces, static, full screen, toggle, floating, toggle, gaps, borders. And then I started reading, right? Developing these templates is difficult. First time around. I think that was i3. But after the 10th or 11th tiling window manager, you get what you need to do. But even then it's still difficult because you have no config, and having no config is, yeah, right? You can't open a terminal, you can't open a file manager like Thunar, right? So many things that are not working in the beginning. From us, you get something that works. It has already a config. But the challenge is, of course, to start from scratch. And there is an example here. Remember to place a config example. And if that's the case, you're in luck, right? You're in luck if you have already something to put in there, because we can't start guessing, right? We need to have something to build on. So here is something that we can have. And thinking a little bit more, what you can do, like i3 for example, is something I've done before ArcoLinux, before Arch Merge, before Arch Labs. I went to look for config i3, and there are people who share their configs. i3 starter pack, simple guide, an example. And this is actually someone I know, right? Actually a good source to have a look at. And voila, look at that. That's beautiful. And you start by comparing the configs. Now we're looking at i3, I know, but anything goes. It's a workflow thing that I'm explaining. You can find something about Wmderland and try to find out if you can find something else. So this is still the developer, but here we're on Unix porn, I see. So you can have a look if there are any links in there. EndeavourOS has some information, a YouTube. Sometimes in the description in the YouTube videos there is a link to the dot files, right? And you merge all these files together and see if you get it. And sometimes you see code and say, oh, I would like to have that code in my system. And that's how we start from scratch. Figuring out, is there a default template? Yes, okay, let's start with that. Then move to other people's work, check that out. Why does he put true to false, 1 to 0? Why is it, what's the difference? And it takes time. Estimates 1 to 2 weeks of time to really get it all working, right? Really from A to the package on ArcoLinux. Then everything is done. So here is the information. This is what you should work with. This is it. If there is a wiki, you're in luck. If there's no wiki, right, you're not in luck. Simple as that. You don't have it done. Internal structures. If this makes sense to you, great. If it doesn't, right, it doesn't. But you need to figure out, and maybe issues also. Let's have a look at the code first. Last year, right? This is always troublesome. If we see things March 19, 2023, we think, oh my God, right? And a README doesn't really count. README is not really an update. It's not code update. That's just some text. So basically September 2022. You can start wondering, probably we need to let it go at some point in time, right? And say, okay, We do not provide Wmderland anymore because it doesn't work anymore. Simple as that. Here's a link maybe to follow. Time to move on. That doesn't sound good. Don't know what that means, time to move on. This is just ads. It does not say I'm stopping or quitting, but it felt like a bit that it was. Anyway, we'll keep an eye on it. If it stops working, it stops working, as simple as that. I do think we have enough alternatives. All right, Wmderland. There is of course arcolinux.com. We did not go there yet. And our YouTube videos that we have. We stop this, we stop that. This is variety. The next hub, Super C. This is Polybar, and that's great, of course. Polybar is there for so many desktops, meaning develop it once, use it tens of times in other desktops. So that's all cool. Super Ctrl T is this, Super Q, Ctrl T, Super Shift Q, Super T, no, Super Shift T, yes, right? So things like those. Super X is working, and we can log out and all that. And this is Wmderland. Ctrl F or Firefox. Off we go. ArcoLinux.com. What do we have? We have some information here. It's a tiling window manager. So meaning we need to go here, and we can't. Oh, there we are. Let's get rid of that. Phases, tiling window manager. Spectre WM is another one that we're not using anymore. So Ctrl W, let's make our lives easier by quickly going to screen resolution, output, virtual resolution, chuk, easy peasy. Phases, phase 3, tiling window manager, Wmderland. So Spectre WM at this point is out. I think Worm is out as well. Wmderland. So we'll see how it will evolve. Maybe we'll get rid of Wmderland in the future. Who can tell? But we have videos, 3 videos. So that's not that much, right? It's a tiling window manager like so many others. How to install Wmderland on ArcoLinux and install the ArcoLinux Spices application. Maybe a quick repetition, or what is this spices thing? Well, yes, we have ISOs, 3 of them. It's easy to get an ArcoLinux installation going, but it's not essential. We have 3 ISOs for ArcoLinux. We have 1 from Kali, we have 3 from Arizer, 7 from ALCI, 1 from ArcoLinux, and another one just the way how you install things. Here you type a lot of stuff, and you just, well, go with an arrow and enter and install. That's sort of a TTY installer. Meaning we are just teaching you Arch. And Arch is a blank board. You write with crayon on a board, and then you get this package in, that package in, and we have packages. Of course, we've developed a lot of packages, and we call them the spices. These are our flavor. We make a meal based on Arch, but without flavor, it's no fun. We have to type everything again and again and again, and the config for Alacrity and the config for Compton or Picam, etc., etc., the config of i3 and all that. So we say here in this page, this page ArcoLinux Spaces, we tell them, let's start with Arch, get the repositories in, we can use the themes, the icons, the configs from ArcoLinux, and we change Arch into Arco. Super simple. Changing an Arch Linux install to an ArcoLinux system. It's been done dozens of times over these last 7 years. And what you choose as a desktop is up to you, right? This looks to be deeping, I think. Here it is, deeping. But it's an old deeping. And yeah, maybe you like the older deeping better than the current deeping, right? Nothing we can do about it. Updates. So sometimes I explain different things like yay and so on. And yes, we can have the ArcoLinux tweak tool, which is now renamed to the Arch Linux tweak tool, so we can use it anywhere and anything Arch anyway, right? And so many things have been well, workflow basically. Kind of, if you watch a few of these videos, you realize, oh, it's that simple. So basically you go to the home, ArcoLinux info, you start with Arch Linux, you go down, and you have here some information about the spices, ArcoLinux Spices application, right? ASA, download it here. So we have a pacman -u. If you download it, you can git clone it. There is a script that you can just run, so you don't have to be in a GUI, you can be in TTY and run the script. And basically it's gonna get the keys and get the repos, so you can have it or you can download it. And if you download it, you can get well, a tar ZST thing, not the sign thing doesn't matter. The tar ZST thing is important, and you can download it like this. So lots of possibilities. If something is amiss, all right, you can get it like this, you can get it like that, you can download it there, here, you can git clone it, so many things to get this thing in, run it, and basically you end up with our code, which means npacman will add the lines, we'll add the ArcoLinux lines, we'll add the keys, we'll add the mirror list, not that one, the narco mirror list. He'll know the packages are there on GitLab or Sweden, in Belgium, the United States, or in the Netherlands if I remove this one. All right. So that's it. We're on Arch, we get our stuff in, and then we going to install whatever we like, right? Sudo. And then we have access to this bunch, ArcoLinux. How many? 318. 318 packages that we can access on Arch. And I've just made a video about the qtile here. So I see here the word qtile, and up here as well, I guess. So we have qtile from DistroTube and the qtile from ArcoLinux, and you can install that on Arch, of course, or ChatWM or DWM, any of these guys. Everything is available on Arch. Okay, just, well, telling you a little bit more that ArcoLinux is more than 3 ISOs. ArcoLinux is learning how to use Arch, deviating from time to time to other guys, EndeavorOS, Garuda. XeroLinux does not exist anymore. We should get rid of that. Axel is also gone, I think. But, well, new Arch-based systems come and they go again. But Arch stays, and as long as Arch Linux stays, we can play around. If those stop, well, okay. That's it for me. So Wmderland, have a look at it if you like it or not. Maintenance wise, I'm not sure how long it will stay around, but voila, this is Wmderland. Cheers.